What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in with the developers note for the month of June that was just posted by Vespa earlier today. Let's go see what they have in store for us this week. First and foremost, I kind of have to say that PD Edge really seems to be trying to deliver on the promises he made, or at least steering Vespa in that direction. So that's good. I'm pretty much digging that. Hope they can continue on this road and keep making improvements to the game in the areas where it really needs to be improved. So let's see where they start. They are talking about the client stabilization project that has been going on for some time now. This time they will be addressing the latency and lag issues in Guild Conquest Valkazar. So yeah, this is something we have known, that like certain characters like Pansy, for instance, can cause a lot of lag in there and disconnect issues and stuff like that. They can make you like really not enjoy this content. So them trying to fix this is a pretty good thing. Now they are saying that because of the depth of the issue, they decided to only release the fix via an APK for the time being, and various phone versions will not have this fix yet. So if you are competitive in Guild Conquest, then please go ahead and use an emulator for it if you can. Alright, so that's kind of nice, and of course they do say that they will be implementing this on mobiles as soon as possible, but yeah, they kind of do this on emulators first. Now, changes after abnormal crashing in the Guild Conquest Valkazar. Now, that's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure what an abnormal crash is. Is there a normal crash in the game? Whatever. So if somebody crashes in your party, then they say that the other party members will have an opportunity to leave the battle, and I assume this means that leave the battle and keep their keys so they can run again. But they do mention that, yeah, this can lead to issues with unfairness, like if the run is not as good as you wanted, you could fake a disconnect and then restart it. So I would assume that they will try to have measurements against that. We'll see how well that goes, because how can they tell actually what's a fake disconnect and what isn't? I would like people not to abuse this, to be honest, because yeah, mistakes happen, bad run happens, like shouldn't try and cheat the system for that. So I do hope that they have some protection against that, the protection of the God King maybe. Alright, joking aside, yeah, and I wouldn't encourage anyone to try and abuse systems, because Vespa, as they have shown, is not shy about using the ban hammer. So yeah, do take care, guys. Now, mission tab. I honestly haven't seen an issue with this, but they do say that because of the large number of missions, they can get laggy sometimes, and they will be working on that. It won't be having such issues anymore. Hopefully, we'll see. Improvements to the stabilization of other contents. So Eclipse is still on their radar. They are saying that they are working on additional functions, so that if you disconnect and then start your wave again, then you will be starting from the finished wave instead of the starting wave. So that's kinda nice for two things. It cannot be abused. If you like randomly died on a run, you can try and disconnect and see if you get back to your first wave. And also, if you did legitimately disconnect, then you don't have to restart your run from the beginning. So that's kind of nice. I'm glad they are going that way. It just makes things more fair, I guess, and less annoying. Because I know people would be tempted if they had a bad run, then probably some would actually try to like disconnect and stuff and just get a go at it again. Alright, so that's what they are planning to do with Eclipse. They also mentioned another issue here where sometimes it would be placed back into the lobby when you are doing some content. I'm not quite sure about this one. I haven't really seen this one, or I'm not sure what they mean with it. I have seen like raids closing and you entering the city again, but I wouldn't call that a lobby. Maybe they do. Whatever. So that they are working on this as well. And they are collecting issues reported by raiders and checking issues that they have found with PvP contents, but these will not be fixed in June probably, since they say that they will make a note about this in the next developers note. And then there is some disappointing news that the lag at the end of Devourer, Checkmate, and Technology Kingdom raids is not something they can address right now because it's some logical issue with the game doing some verification at the end of these battles. And to fix this, they would need to go through like every single battle in the game, which they cannot do right now. However, they do say that with the release of the new client for the second season of 킹스레이드, which is coming later this year sometime, they do plan to do this anyway, so that should fix these kind of issues. So we'll see about that. And then they move on to the improvements and customer satisfaction survey that they have talked about in the last one as well. One topic that they point out here is the Technomagic raids, and they say that they don't really feel like they need to. Well, one thing is that they are preparing a new content where you can obtain Technomagic raids. Well, raid gear, sorry, Technomagic raid gear, not just the so you can get the gear from another place. And they will be announcing this somewhere in the sneak peeks in the future. They say that they don't really want to decrease the difficulty of the Technomagic raids, but instead they want to provide more detailed guides of battle characteristics and gimmicks of Technomagic raid. My personal take on this is that one thing, it's true that the in-game information about stuff is really poor at times. Like often it's not in there at all, and you have to like refer to forum posts and YouTube videos like this one just to find out what something can do. So definitely can improve on that end, but probably that's not the main issue with Technomagic raids, because let's be honest, I don't think TM raids are terribly hard, at least unless you are like trying to go for the highest ranks. Then yeah, you do need to have very geared teams or very well built teams. But like if you just want to say farm stage 5, you can do that in a couple months on a completely free to play account, and it's very much doable. Of course, 5 will have a slightly lower drop rates than the higher ranks, but it's not really the drop rates that matter, or the difficulty of the raid that matters. The issue is the insane randomness of the gears that you are getting. Sometimes you craft 10 gears and you get 3 of the pieces that you wanted, and sometimes you craft away 200,000 points on a certain class and don't get a single item that you would want to equip. It's just that terribly RNG, and that can put off a lot of people. Yes, we do have the targeted craft pieces now, and I understand that the gearing should be a process, not just something that you can instantly jump through. But the randomness kind of and the cost of the selector craft, I think it puts a lot of people off. Like if I tell you that you need to farm for like 4 months to get a complete set, because that's how long it takes to get the selectors for a Technomagic gear, then you will probably not be happy with me. So of course in the meantime you could get the random pieces, but yeah, that's luck, and there is no guarantee that after getting unlucky and unlucky again that this will improve. So that's my take. I think that's something they should work. I don't know. The insane randomness of it is just not something that I think people enjoy. We didn't enjoy it with Jin. We don't enjoy it with Enchants and UT rerolling, and we don't enjoy it with TM raids. But yeah, I think this is something that they could polish to be less punishing. Still needing to work, still need to have that progress, still maybe having some RNG in it, but not in a way where you feel entirely at the mercy of RNG. That's my take on it. Let's move on. Lil Raiders. So they say that some people have requested that Lil Raiders be deleted from the game. Well, they don't want to do that, and they do want to rearrange the Lil Raider content so that it can possess its unique position and characteristics within the game, and at the same time provide enjoyment of collecting and using Lil Raiders. They don't really know yet what to do with this, but they will be thinking hard at it. That's basically the message here. I think there are two issues here. One is the pay-to-win aspect, which was added with the line raiders. This is definitely something they should fix, because until that point there was nothing in the game that was pay-to-win really. It was pay to progress faster and ultimately win, but you never could get any kind of buff that wasn't available in the game otherwise. And I think this is something they definitely should work on. The other thing is that there is just no content really that involves the pets, the little raiders. You go in, you feed them once a day, you claim your stuff, and there you go, you are done. And other than that, they are just statistics that, yeah, they are boring. It's nice to collect stuff, everyone likes to collect stuff, but it would be nice if there were some game modes, be that pet battles or whatever. Maybe they could actually come into battle with you and do stuff there, or I don't know, but passive stat bonuses and just this go in there once and collect your bonus. It's not entertaining, so it's kind of like a wasted opportunity. If they want to have pets in the game, they could have done this a lot better, I think. And definitely the pay to win aspect needs to go. What they do about the people who paid and are now enjoying the benefits, that's a good question. Whether they can reimburse them or they just take the hit. Somebody will be always unhappy, but I think for the health of the game it would be better if those pets could be replaced, or there were in-game options for something that you can get. And of course other aspects like that you can't really get even an ancient, yet alone a legendary pet from the incubator, so it kind of takes away the fun of it. Whenever I open it, I'm just like, yeah, one more blue or purple essence and that's it. And you know, random stuff and rewards, they don't just need to be shiny, they need to be exciting. It's kind of the same like it was with the old World Boss boxes that were so terrible in terms of rewards that you just couldn't really be interested in opening them anymore because you never expected to get anything good. It's the same with the incubator, so I think that's something they need to work on. But yeah, that's what they said. Now, Dragon Raids, they say that they want to make this content relevant again, so they don't just want to make like small adjustments to the drops and the rewards of it. So they don't really know yet. They promise to improve the Dragon Raid content so that it can live up to its name. They don't really know yet what to do with this, but they will try and work on this and then let us know. Basically, that's the message here. On the other hand, the repositorium is like a not super important or serious piece of content, and they are willing to make larger changes here. They say that through the updates of June, we promise to make the improvements to the repositorium's rewards, rules, and entry tickets. My guess is that Ophelia event where you get to use your existing dust and gold bars is there for a reason. It's so that you can wipe out your existing tickets, and then there will be a new entry system and new rewards that you can get from the repositorium. So it kind of lets you have a fresh start, which is fair enough, I think. People who have been doing this for a long time get rewarded, and from there on everyone has a clean slate, so I think that works for everyone. And then costumes, so they are working at the feedback that they have received from the people. They do acknowledge that there are like more than 100 heroes now, and it's hard to cater to everyone's preferences, i.e. you can never make everyone happy. Well, they are trying to work through this and then see what they can do about it. I still say that I think the best way would be to just try and even out the number of costumes, give a number that's viable for the studio to create, and try to balance it so that characters, especially older ones that have been around for a longer time and should have more costumes, get some new ones, or at least one new one, and that it kind of gets balanced out. I don't think it should be a popularity contest, because it's just boring if it's always the same heroes that everybody has gets the new releases. I understand that this is probably the highest return of investment for Vespa, like, you know, the development and the art cost and everything, but I think in terms of game health it still would be better if even the not so popular heroes would get a fair amount of updates. I think that would work ultimately better and make people just happier. That's my thought. Or just give everyone bikinis. Everyone likes bikinis. And yeah, this is, I believe, what they have mentioned here. Finally, we have taken our first step towards season 2 through our updates of the final chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, and that's just like their generic greeting and thank you and stuff, and promises that they will keep working on stuff. So all in all, I like the direction. I like that they are addressing issues. There are parts and places where they say that they don't really know yet how to proceed. But yeah, we'll see what all comes out of it, and we can start looking forward to season 2 of king_sreigd, hopefully addressing a lot of the issues, bringing the new engine, the new client, the PC client. I really do hope they bring a proper PC client. Yeah, so that's it for today's developers note. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the notes section below. Until the next time, this has been Cloudie, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.